for me, the wrong owner time and time and time again. That we always, in our plant, it was always the same thing, that it was maintenance at fault no matter what happened. You always give it to maintenance, and maintenance will be able to fix it, and that for me was the bit of the problem. And I still think we get that wrong now, because you don't get people putting the hand up. I'm the owner, it's my fault, and I'm willing to do it. And the other side of it is they pick the wrong things to go at. If you were doing a Pareto, they do the simplest things, and basically when they're doing it, they pick out the biggest one.
First, let me take the ownership portion of this as it applies to AI. Okay, now we're not taking AI out of this, but the difference is that operation owns the processes, the metrics, right?
Yeah.
They have the ownership. That's where AI should be sitting, whereas IT should own the governance, the security, determining which tools that they need to use, and the handoff between the two happens after that MVP stage to make it go global or enterprise-wide. So that's what I mean. So when I look at those surveys, my take from it is it's an IT initiative, not an operations initiative, right? Yeah. So that's the wrong owner. In terms of wrong problem chosen, they're trying to do pilots in areas that have no impact. So if we only did Lean Six Sigma or process improvement in areas that had no impact, well, why are we doing this? So as you know, as I've already stated, from day one, we're like, what is the problem we're trying to fix? I think they fail is they see it as a new toy, right? We're like, let's figure out where we can use the new toy instead of saying, where's the problem? Let's scope it out. Let's do a value stream map. Let's narrow it down in the typical approach that we take. So those, I think, are the reasons these are failing and why Lean Six Sigma is the right place to make this move forward.
Okay, so we got the wrong problem chosen. Change management. Do we not think that the impact of people that don't really want to change, but corporate have told them they have to? Where you get that word is, we're all going to do green belts, we're going to do this, and it's come from the top. So, but they don't want to get involved in it.
So it's about, is it being done to you or with you, right?
Yes.
So we've all had those circumstances in a matter of speaking, no matter what your role is in organizations, somebody employing a decision on you instead of engaging you in that decision. At the very beginning, we're looking at stakeholders. We're looking at doing stakeholder analysis, communication plans, figuring out who needs to be engaged in the team, and throughout the whole process, through defining the current state, understanding a future state, through developing control plan, as well as audit plans downstream. That, by engaging people in that entire process from in the beginning to the end and establishing ownership, you're empowering people to make change. And that's really the power of Lean Six Sigma. If AI is coming down upon you, you're going to get resistance anyway, right? But if you view AI as just an extra tool in the toolbox, and I want to emphasize one thing in this, is that I'm not prescribing AI to do all solutions. The black belt or the master black belt, whomever is involved there, part of what we teach them is to know when to apply what solution. So we also know that you don't apply a technology solution on a process that's unstable, right? We have to fix the process first.
Yeah.
But these are the places that I observe how change management goes awry when an initiative like AI is led by IT and then pushed upon the rest of the organization, as opposed to viewing it as an operational initiative.
I think you touched on it, is if you don't stabilize the process first, AI is going to do that for me.
How's that worked for us in Lean Six Sigma project, right?
Yeah.
We've seen people try to impose a solution without understanding why it's unstable or out of control.
Yep.
Understand that that's one of our biggest red or yellow flags, is like, whoa, you've done your control chart and it's completely unstable.